Good morning, everyone. I always try to be pretty damn optimistic, but I'm peeved this morning. 1 million cups was great, but I had a 915 afterwards who just ghosted me and didn't show up, and he's actually a friend. He is notorious for, sorry, not trying to show you my chest cleavage, just trying to button my shirt. It came undone. He's notorious for staying up late, like really late, working. He's a night owl, like I used to be. I still struggle with that on occasion, personally. But he didn't show up, so I'm guessing he's sleeping in, unfortunately. Something that is definitely one of my biggest pet peeves. But it's okay. I forgive him, I guess. Tyler, I'm calling you out. No, you're a good dude. 1 million cups was fantastic, actually. It touched on one of my core passions that I'd mentioned to you guys before, which is helping children, not children, that's a terrible word, I hate that word, helping young adults, mostly high school and early college age students, start businesses. It's called, oh my gosh, I suck. I forgot the name. I'll put it up here. Still trying to figure out my camera angles if you can't tell. But Founders Boot Camp, there we go. I believe that's what it's called. And they just help high schoolers and, like I said, and young adults take that leap forward, launch their business, give them feedback, show them how to gather resources, where to find certain people that they need to get in touch with, including, of course, investors. And it was just a really, really exciting presentation because, like I said, that touches on a passion of mine. I'm a big believer in entrepreneurship, and I want to support it as much as I can, which is why I personally have gotten involved in the Acton Academy. Shout out to those guys. They are I don't know how to describe it other than the way they're a school, the way school should be. They let students lead and carve their own path. They call it the hero's journey, which I love. I think it's amazing. And they also host a children's business fair, which I volunteer at every semester. If you ever lose faith in humanity, look into Acton Academy. And now also look into Founders Boot Camp, apparently, because they're helping students carve their own path and create businesses that are going to lead us into the future. And it's really inspiring, to be honest. My next thing that I got going today is at 11:30-ish. Yeah, 11:30, 11:45. And that's my Wednesday lunch networking group. It is currently about an hour away from that. Although my one-to-one didn't show up after 1 million cups, I still stayed for quite a long time chatting with a gentleman that I met through networking a little over a year ago now. He's a great dude. He used to work for Crane Coffee, and now he works at the Chamber. And we talked about just kind of healthcare and how long to wait for someone if they don't show up and you don't hear from them. Just talked about a lot of things. So I really only have about an hour until the next thing that I got going. So I'll probably just check emails, maybe do a social media post or two. I saw this morning that another person in Nebraska got diagnosed with the coronavirus, so that's a little scary and sad to hear. What else? Oh, what was it? I think 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock or 4:30 to 5:30 thing that I had going this afternoon. I just got an email saying it got canceled from the coronavirus, so that's fun. It's called the Executive Dialogue. It's a organization within the Greater Omaha Chamber that focuses on those who are in high levels of their company or own their own company, such as myself. And just kind of brainstorm, talk about different topics. It's mostly a mastermind group, I would describe it as. So it's kind of sad that got canceled. Haven't been to that actually in a month. I didn't go. It's only a monthly thing. I didn't go last month, so I mean, I haven't been in 2 months now. So it stinks. But man, everything's getting canceled. It's kind of weird and happening sooner than I thought originally it would happen. So that's a little scary, but so it goes. I'm hoping that that my other things this afternoon don't get canceled, because there's I believe it's a Center Sphere all chapter social hour, which is always a blast. And actually the executive dialogue being canceled frees up more time for me to attend that, which is kind of nice. And so that actually it's a good thing, because that'll shift my whole schedule earlier into the day, because originally I wasn't going to make that until after the executive dialogue, but now I can get to that right when it starts. I think it starts at 4 o'clock. And then that'll free up my evening to hang out with the family or hang out with the girlfriend, and have some just more personal time, which has been much needed, because I haven't been sleeping much. I've been working a lot with all these damn videos for you guys. Come on. I've been editing a lot of videos, and also working on Project 402 a lot. So it's been a crazy busy time for me, which is weird, because usually this is the slowest time, which it is for insurance. It's the slowest time of the year. You know, a couple months after open enrollment, everyone has their stuff figured out and their plans set in place for 2020. But that is a quick summary of my day. And I'll talk to you guys at the, or just after, my lunch networking group. Peace. You know what, guys? Yesterday I was just off my mojo. I'll be honest. I was not very productive. I kept getting sidetracked and distracted. I just didn't get a lot of things done that I needed to. But it's kind of amazing how listening to the right song or watching the right motivational YouTube video can totally change your whole game. And this morning I was listening to some motivational David Goggins stuff early on. Sorry. Just ate lunch. I'm going to a networking thing, so I need my breath to smell good. But yeah, just listening to some sort of motivation or an upbeat song can really shift your mood. And so I'm excited. I'm out for the hunt today. My Wednesday lunch networking group went pretty well. The presenter she was in health insurance, and she does gap plans. Gap plans, one, should not be needed if people were disciplined with their money. Two, gap plans often cost just as much, if not more, than a monthly payment plan with the facility or with the provider for any major services. And then three, the amount of money you put towards your gap plan, you know, your heart plans, your cancer plans, your hospital indemnity plans, you get a much better bang for your buck by actually putting that towards the premium of your real base health insurance policy. So that's my gripe. Those are my gripes about gap plans. But then after the lunch networking group, I had a one-to-one with a lady from a home healthcare company that does medical home healthcare, and that was really productive. We talked about telemedicine a lot. We talked about just our gripes with the healthcare industry. Talked about direct primary care, that got brought up, and we came to a couple conclusions. One is that there's just so much misinformation regarding Medicare, mostly, but also just healthcare in general. Two, there needs to be more accountability brought back onto the individual. Talking about preventative care issues, whether you're eating, have a better diet, stop smoking the cigarettes, stop drinking so much alcohol, stop going home and just watching Netflix all night and living a sedentary lifestyle. And then three, there needs to be some sort of Omaha group that puts on presentations either weekly or monthly that provides information for seniors and just the aging population. So from information about what to do when you retire, what to do when mom or dad needs to get moved into a assisted living, moved into a home, essentially, away from their home, move into some sort of memory care or independent living, assisted living, what to do when you get on Medicare, the differences between Advantage plans versus Medicare supplements. And it's just it's a big need, and it can bring together a lot of different industries, even estate planning and will planning, of how to avoid probate, etc. So there's a lot that can go into that, and her and I are going to try to get together with some other people in our Center Sphere chapter, probably, and create some sort of series of lunch and learns or seminars, and just kind of help teach the aging public what to do in that big life transition. So hopefully something will come about that. Definitely going to be an idea I will continue to pursue. As always, I'll keep you guys updated with anything that comes about from that. But I had to go to my aunt's house after that to print off some stuff, some quotes and some pamphlets in regards to a couple groups that I should be meeting with next week, if all things go well, regarding a potential group plan with different quotes from different companies. And I had something at 4 o'clock, but it is 4:07, and it's out in Elkhorn. I don't feel like going out there just for a networking event, especially because with the coronavirus and all the scares and everything else being canceled, really besides this thing today, I assume that not many people will go there. So I felt as though I could save an hour on driving, half hour there, half hour back, and be more productive if I just went home and did some computer work. So that's what I plan to do for the next couple hours. Additional quick rant about the presenter today. She is a captive agent. Again, everyone, please do not do yourself the disservice of working with a captive agent in this day and age. Independent brokers like myself obviously have more options for you, and obviously do the shopping around for you. We save you time and money, essentially. So I preach it all the time, but seriously, for not only your health insurance, but for your life insurance, for your home insurance, for your auto insurance, everything, man, work with a broker. Let them shop around for you. So in my appointment yesterday with that lady who had reached out to me on LinkedIn, this was the recommendation that I had for her. I recommended doing a short-term medical plan combined with a MEC plan. And I only did that because she had prescriptions that she needed to have covered in a good way because they were really expensive, even with some prescription saver cards. And with short-term medicals, also no preventative care is covered, obviously. So that's why I combined a short-term medical with a MEC plan. However, she did not really see the value in $103 a month just to lower her prescription costs, because she threw a curveball at me and said she didn't need her prescriptions renewed, all of them renewed, every single month. So she said she had to go home and crunch some numbers and see if it'd make more sense to drop the MEC plan and just get the short-term plan, with then getting better coverage, better than a super high deductible like that, etc. But yeah, then we were looking at dental and vision plans. She said she was very smart. She had actually been shopping around for her insurance for a couple of years now by herself. But she said that she would call her dentist and see if it would make sense to do a dental plan, or if she would be better off waiting a little bit and just paying out of pocket for the next visit. Then she was also going to see how much her glasses and contacts would be if she was just a cash pay patient for the vision situation. So she's still in limbo. And then I also found out today she had met with someone from a different insurance broker around town. She said that she didn't like him that much and that she would much prefer working with me. But yeah, that was a setup that I recommended. I'm trying to show you guys more hands-on, day-to-day, real-world examples. This girl is 23. Yeah, she's my age. She's 23, and she just left her job to get a different job that more suited her passion, which was awesome to hear. But this new job, unfortunately, did not provide any sort of benefits. So that's why she's reaching out to me. So I wanted to share just real quick with all of you some pretty staggering statistics in regards to the rise in health insurance premiums and health insurance deductibles compared to overall inflation, as well as the rise of workers' earnings and wages over the last 10 years. It's pretty shocking to see the drastic increase of health insurance premiums and deductibles, especially in comparison to inflation and employees' wages.